Satan's most successful soldier, Marcion of Sinope became the devil's most effective weapon against God's eternal law in the 2nd century. This wealthy shipowner from modern-day Turkey infiltrated the early assemblies with a doctrine so poisonous, it's still destroying believers today. Marcion taught that the God of the Old Testament was actually evil, and that Jesus came to free us from his oppressive laws. He literally created his own Bible, throwing out the entire Hebrew scriptures and gutting most of the New Testament. Here's the terrifying part. Marcion's heresy spread like wildfire because it appealed to human nature's desire to escape accountability. Who doesn't want to hear that God's commands no longer apply? That grace means total freedom from rules. But Marcion was doing Satan's bidding perfectly. By severing the called-out ones from Torah, he was cutting them off from their spiritual roots. Without God's law as their foundation, these believers became lawless, thinking they were more spiritual while actually becoming more carnal. The early leaders recognized this demonic deception immediately. They knew that rejecting God's law doesn't lead to freedom, but to spiritual chaos. When you throw out the commands, you lose your moral compass completely. Why do you think God is having to clean his body of predatory influencers even as I speak? After the assembly excommunicated Marcion, led by his own father, around 144 AD, his poison kept spreading. Today, millions of believers still fall for his lie that grace cancels out obedience to God's Torah. Satan's strategy was brilliant. Convince people that following God's law makes them legalistic while breaking it, ignoring it, or discounting it as inferior makes them spiritual. Marcion succeeded beyond the devil's wildest dreams. The most dangerous enemies aren't outside the body but within it, teaching smooth words that lead to destruction.